Hi guys, I'm Manny
Hi guys, I'm Firi.
and we are
Manny
Manny Loves
loves Firi.
Firi on Instagram. If you don't already know, I don't know what you're doing. Go follow us right now as you hear this.
I believe they already know. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Hi baby, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, baby.
Okay,
I'm
that's
doing
good.
amazing.
Should we cheers? Cheers.
Cheers. So this is nothing serious.
Yeah.
We are just having a sit down talk as a unit and as two people that have various perspectives on different things where life is concerned. So we're just
Mm-hmm.
trying to have intimate discussions that would be very profitable to you, our audience. So we hope this session pays off. God bless. Stay tuned.
Why'd you sound like you're signing off? Never started.
I think I'm already used to. I already have like a
Signing in and
template in my
signing
head, so
out.
stuff like that.
But this is gonna be a long talk, so
I guess.
okay.
So let's start.
Okay, so I think the last thing we left our followers on is the fact that we're in a long distance relationship. And then
Yeah,
obviously now we're seated like beside each other, so we're not
we still have like 1 meter within us, but yeah.
okay.
Shit. Okay.
But yeah, there isn't like 10,000 miles between us anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So how has it been? I should ask you, and then I guess you could ask me as well. Like being reunited and not having to deal with that dynamic anymore. Has it been
Hmm.
good? Has it been great? Where are we at right now? Where's Manny Loves Fairy at right now?
That's a very insightful question you asked, and I believe I have a proper response for that.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to say that it feels good to be disconnected in physically, to be
Hmm.
close by one another and not be so far from each other. It definitely
It
does feel
does.
good.
Yes.
However, I would always give thanks to the Almighty for making things happen the way they happen because things have definitely progressed, irrespective of how it has been, and much better now. That's how I can put it. I feel
Yeah.
like where we're heading towards a more intimate experience with one another. Now that we have gotten to reconnect with each other physically, we are definitely onto much bigger experiences and more more doings. Let me use that. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
That's how I feel as well. I want to say ditto, but that would be like, yeah, but that's exactly how I feel as well. I feel like we have grown so much individually and as a unit.
Mm,
And ever since I came back from New York, it's been a lot of a lot of planning for our future together, a lot of getting closer to God,
mm,
a lot of communicating with Him as to basically just putting our plans in His hands because we know that that's the only sure way we can move forward successfully. Um, yeah, it's all that and all that you said.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I definitely do co-sign with what you just said.
Is there anything personally that you want to share with people that you're doing? I mean, I know it's not everything that can be shared, but is there anything you feel like you want to share that people should look forward to seeing from you? You know.
Yeah. So my thing is, I don't necessarily like sharing because I feel like they are in progress.
Of
But if
course.
there's anything, I believe the world we live in today, we have to take people along as we go. So if there's anything I want to share right
Like
now is that,
stylishly, without giving too much details.
yeah, yeah, I know
Mhm,
where you're coming from.
mhm.
If there's anything I want to give you guys right now, our audience, is that we have big things coming in all our endeavors, musically, culinary, just investments in general. We are onto big things, and we are definitely trying to do. When I say $1 billion type of moves, you guys get me. So that's what we are on to. And not to share too much, but just to give you guys a tip of the iceberg, I believe there's more to come. We're just going through the first quarter of the year, so I think that we're gonna do we're gonna hit big milestones by the end of the year. So yeah,
Amen.
yeah, amen, 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 amen. Yeah.
Yeah, I first of all, I would like to say how grateful I am to have a partner that, excuse me, is on that shares a vision with me, and um sees things eye to eye, like we're on the same eye level where our future is concerned, where business is concerned, where life in general is concerned. And it almost seems like we're just our visions have just synced together,
Hmm.
that we're able to like help each other
Hmm. Hmm.
with each other's thing.
Yeah.
And God literally brought me back from New York because it would have been so like out of script to
Yeah.
be in New York while he has what is going on with him. And I wouldn't have been able to see my own vision to like completion all the
Mm.
way from there, because I feel like this
It's
Nigeria, Lagos is just where everything has been birthed and where it
mm.
should continue to grow. So
Yeah.
I just feel grateful to have you doing this with me, and you know, just having a partner that I can talk about business with, I can talk about life with, I can pray with, I can cry with, I can do every single thing with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that not a lot of people have this privilege, and I pray that a lot of people find this privilege. But yeah,
Yeah. I
that's how I feel.
I also want to say that, yeah, truly, truly, it's a huge privilege to definitely have you in my life, where we can get to do things together as a team, because I feel like when the Englishman said two heads are better than one, I feel like if there's anything, there should have been a furthering statement to why two heads are better than one.
Mm.
Because it's not just telling people that two heads are better than one, but letting them know that two heads are better than one because it makes things move faster. It
Yeah,
makes the vision look less overwhelming and burdensome. You have somebody to share things with, and you don't feel overstimulated
yeah,
that you just back out of it or you give up. So yeah, I feel like having a partner, it doesn't have to even be a romantic relationship.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
platonically, or having having a guy, your guy, having somebody you can say this is my person, and if I get to open up with them, they have something to dish out with me, so,
Mm-hmm.
or give to me. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is definitely a blessing, and I'm thankful to be in this position that I am in with you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Thank you, baby.
you're
And
welcome.
then also with God in the middle is like the Holy Trinity. It's like
Yeah.
is just a divine thing going on.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
every day has just felt a lot better. Like in long distance, I mean, I did have good days, but I felt like there were days where I was still struggling to be grateful for life, or struggling to just be happy.
Mm.
But yeah, I like where we're at right now. I like not just because we're together, but the mental and spiritual growth that has happened,
Yeah. Hmm.
and just knowing that there's so much good you can attract to yourself
Hmm.
by being grateful for each day and
Hmm.
taking each day as it comes, and
Hmm.
acknowledging God and
Yeah.
putting Him in the center of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
That has been the biggest plus for me
Yeah.
these past few months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That definitely is a it's a very it's a very confident thing to know that you are walking this life not just by yourself alone, but having your creator back you up in everything that you do. So it gives you this high level sense of confidence and this dopamine boost that is so like you just feel like a go getter. You feel like you
Mm.
can achieve anything, no matter how big it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's shrunken to look so small and
Mm-hmm.
achievable. So yeah, yeah, I think that this is the way to go.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so can we talk about expectations?
in what context do you mean?
Um, there's do you feel like there's been a lot of expectations from us as individuals and as a couple? And I'll break that down for you guys. So he's the firstborn of his family, his first child. I'm also the first child in my family. And um I know a lot of us like me had, told ourselves that, oh, by this age I'm supposed to have done this and that. So expectations from even yourself, expectations from other people in the sense of like um things you should have achieved.
Hmm.
And do you allow those expectations get in the way of your motivation? Like, do they sometimes get in the way? And you can also speak on expectations of us as a couple, because let's be real, like, how Nigerians are. Like, I come back from Lagos, I mean from New York now, and everyone is on our ass like, oh, you guys are in a relationship, da, 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 when is the marriage, da, 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 da. And it's like, not like we're not finna get married, but how about we're not trying to do things the way we're not trying to do things just to do things. We're
Mm,
trying to actually build a foundation, create a structure that is viable, a
hmm,
structure that will live on beyond today and live on beyond 10 years. And that takes time.
mm.
And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. They seem to feel like things should be happening like this. So, and I feel like if you speak on it, like, just even give your perspective on that, expectations from yourself, expectations from people, expectations where a relationship is concerned, and how are you dealing with that?
Okay,
And I'm asking you because I know that when you give insight to things,
okay.
you have this skill of breaking things down in a way that is like digestible to
Hmm.
people and understandable. So that's why I'm asking.
First of all, thank you for the compliment. I
Mm-hmm.
would also like to say that I feel honored. Secondly, towards the question that you asked, I like to see things this way. I think, first of all, the first thing that should matter is what is my expectation for myself.
Mm,
I do not think that we have to live our lives in anxiety, first of
mm,
all. And also, when it comes to the expectation I have for myself, I make sure that it is tabled out clearly and soundly that I can say to myself repeatedly over and over again. Because why did I say that my expectation matters first? Because the I am that I am, who God being my creator, has given me a certain expectation for my life. So if I'm not able to attain the heights that I want to attain first, why would I want to take on the burden of holding on to other people's
to other people.
expectations before mine?
Mm,
However, the expectations other people have of me, or being in the situation that I am, being the firstborn of my family, I can say that if there's anything, I live my life by not aligning myself to what culture says
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I take time to edit things out of what culture tells.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I take time to edit things out of what culture tells me. I
Mm-hmm.
do not just, it's not like you give it to me and I swallow it and I
Right.
digest it. Like, I take my time to feed on what is positive and what is negative. If I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this doesn't work for me,
Mm-hmm.
why should I
Like,
take
does
on it?
you ask yourself, does this align
Does this
with
align?
me? Even
Exactly.
if 1 million people are doing it, does it align with me? And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
right.
And also, it's a thing of, I need everybody to understand that you cannot live this life based on other people's timing.
Mm.
We all run by
Speak.
24 hours, but
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the language of destiny,
Mm.
we do not run by 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
God's timing and our timing is not the same.
Yeah.
And if I have an expectation for myself, I have a mindset that the time for everything would fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
If people took their time to understand that life comes at you in seasons, I think we will live life more easier.
Yeah.
If you get to know that, oh, this is not the time for me to do this yet, but I know that I'm going to do it. When I'm going to do it, I have to leave it up to God to show me that this is the time
Mm.
for me to make that step.
Mm.
The reasons why we get overstimulated and pressured with things that we're not supposed to be carrying yet is because we try to attain heights that we're not yet ready to climb yet. It's not time for you to do that.
Yeah.
So if we're in a relationship right now and
Mm.
you see us being a couple together,
Mm-hmm.
we already know our destination. Where we are, when we are going to get there, is not for you to tell me when to get there. I
Period.
will tell you when I feel like the vehicle is ready for it to go on that destination.
Yeah.
However, am I already preparing myself or preparing the vehicle to be able to convey us down to that destination? Yes, that is already happening. But it is not for anybody to tell me, oh, this is the time you need to do this. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you take any misguided step or you take a step that
Mm.
you are not supposed to take yet,
Mm-hmm.
only you would chop the L.
Yeah.
Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
Waje, umakbe.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would tell you,
They're not
or
finna be there with
nobody's gonna
you. Like
help you out
it's.
when that
Yeah.
shit turns upside down.
Yeah.
They'll just be mute.
Yeah.
You cannot come back and say, but you are the one that told me to. Mm-mm. You have to be firm in yourself. I need people to understand the power of I am. Understand your core, understand who you are. And the only way you can understand that is by getting closer to your creator. We
Mm-hmm.
can't, I don't know how to overemphasize that, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
You can't
it,
overemphasize
no,
it.
I can't.
Mhm.
If there's anything, it works. We know it works. So
Yeah.
if we say it works, I feel like you should try it.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, you should try it. But
Yeah.
I would never live my life on anybody's time.
Yeah.
The time for me to do things or the time for us to take steps as a unit, it will be shown to us. And I
Mm.
believe we've already been doing that. So
Mm.
don't pressure yourself for us.
Mm.
You understand?
Don't pressure yourself for us. Did
Yeah.
you hear that? I feel like
Farabale.
a lot of people need to hear that.
Like
You
Farabale.
need to
It's
hear
not
that.
for you to put yourself on a pedestal that you are not. Let us do the pedestaling. Do you get?
Yeah.
We know when to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah, you see, that's why I asked him that question because, yeah, y'all needed to hear that. Okay, what else do you want to talk about?
I feel like if there's any other thing that I would like to talk about is, let's even take it away from us. Let's take the camera away from us for a minute and let's take it back to our environment.
Okay.
Are we happy about how we are living today? How?
In what context?
Okay,
Because I'm happy. So,
okay, sure. Yeah,
okay,
I
so,
am happy with my life.
but you're talking about the
I'm talking about the
society at
society in general. Like,
large
are you guys happy with the way we are
with the
living
condition of
today? Are you happy
things.
with the condition of things? Are you happy with the government of the day? Are you happy with the mindset of the people of
Mm,
today? Are you happy with
that
how
part.
we are deciding that we cannot help each other out, but want to act like we do. Let's talk about this shit. Like,
Are we happy that we can be so talented, we can have this and that, like that we can do with our hands, and yet our peers would not recognize that because you have not blown on the internet yet.
are we
You have to
happy?
have certain numbers for people to show you love and and talk you up and big you up. You have to know somebody, you have to know certain people. Certain people have to have talked about you for you to get the recognition that
Yeah.
you deserve.
Like,
There's a lot of things to talk about.
why does it seem like we are all being remote controlled? Why
Yeah.
does it seem like we cannot depend on our own
Mm-hmm.
sense of reasoning to be
Mm-hmm.
able to identify or sort out what is positive and what is negative? Why
Mm-hmm.
do we have to congest only what is popular?
Mm-hmm.
There are so many people in your corner that have what it takes to be the next big thing, or have what it takes to be the next ambassador of something,
Yeah.
but yet, because they do not have a certain level of following yet, you do not get to give them their, like, why? You don't give them their flowers, because why? I'm concerned.
I'm concerned too.
I'm really concerned. Like, we're
I'm
doing this
concerned.
podcast, like, God gave us this vision to start this, to do this, because we need to talk about being real.
Mm.
Everybody is acting like we are real. Like, when last did you tell your friend
Mm.
that has been on their business for the past 5 years or the past 7 years, and you've made them feel like they're doing a good job? When
Mm-hmm.
last? When last do you remember, or do you feel like even giving a comment under your friend's post?
Instagram
When
comments
last?
seem like you you literally have to beg for it these days. It's like everyone. When did that happen, by the way? This is not the Instagram I grew up on.
No.
The Instagram I grew up on, everyone shows love. Like,
Yeah.
if that's
It was
your
something
guy
that
will be
made
under your
sense.
comments. But now it's like your guy will see your post and it's like, oh, okay.
But you know what's crazy? My guy will see my stuff and will go and give it to Hey Jago. Do you know that? Do you know how insane that is? Yeah. Let
You're
let's
finna
let's
comment on under the post of a popular person that is never probably ever going to acknowledge your comment. You'd
like, you are
rather
you are
do
one in a
that.
zillion.
You'd rather do that than
What
comment
is
on
what is
mine
wrong
that
with you
I'm actually
people?
going to acknowledge you and I'm actually going to appreciate you, and that love you're showing me is actually going to mean something.
Like, what is wrong with you?
What's
Like,
going on
what
here,
is wrong
guys?
with
What's
us?
going on out
What's
here?
going on? Also, we need to even talk about the aspects of, yo, what's this thing about you all being too cool to be able to do things that we used to do from back in the day?
Like, what's going
Like,
on?
when?
Everyone just became too cool for school. What is
Like,
going
like
on?
you don't jump a bus anymore. Oh, kí n wọ public transport more. Uber nìkan ló máa ń wọ̀. Why? Like, are you earning $1 billion? I'm genuinely asking. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just being curious.
Yeah.
Like, if you are doing, like, bro, first of all, we need to talk about the fact that many of us don't even like to rewear the clothes that we have
Mm,
anymore. We feel like if we rewear the clothes that we've bought from 2 years ago, it doesn't make us, in quote, fly.
mm.
Bro, aura is not bought. Aura is built.
It's
You
not
build aura
physical.
from the mind,
Yeah.
bro. If the oil is not dwelling from your mind, you can't have aura, bro.
Yeah.
Remove that fake branding shit. That's not aura. Branding is different from aura. Branding is advertising.
Mm,
It's part of marketing.
mm.
You see somebody dressed in whatever they are dressed in, you call, oh, aura 1000. Bro, stop that. Aura is spiritual. Like, many of the young people in this generation today, we are so blinded by the things we see
We see.
outwardly.
Yeah.
Like, we just see
We're
with
so
our eyes,
washed.
and we think that that's how it is. Bro,
Yeah.
many of your celebrities are going through depression. Many of your celebrities are so sad that they cannot even tell you how sad they are, because if they tell you how sad they are, in quotes, you would not see them as a celebrity anymore. Like, fuck's sake, that is a human being like me. So why do I think that that person will not have 99 problems? And why do you think that their life is rosier than yours?
Mm,
That you think that, oh, you want to be like them?
because of material things?
Bro, let me tell
Is that where we're at?
let me break a table right now.
Break it.
You see, the thing is, I want you all to know that the many people you see on your screens today, if your foundation is not solid enough, all it takes is just a swine of water,
Mm,
just little flood. It
mm,
doesn't take time, it falls down.
mm-hmm,
You see, those that build shit from the ground up,
mm-hmm,
give them more accolades than you are doing.
mm,
The ones that you just see that just pop out like in your
mm-hmm.
eye, that's the same way they just and they are gone.
Poof,
If you have not
gone.
understood how this metrics works, please educate yourself. Stop leaving things to chance. Go and educate your mind. Yeah.
Also, another point of frustration, since that's what we're doing right now, we're talking about it, is music. Okay,
Mm.
let's talk about
Yeah, let's talk about
it.
music.
Because I know how many times personally we've had this conversation privately.
Yeah.
If in case you don't know, I'm sitting with
We are
Mr.
both
Firi Oyo.
we are both musicians. Like
He's
shit.
an artist. I'm also an artist, and we are both in the process of, launching our careers, right? But also we are students of the game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we study a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
study what the atmosphere of the industry is saying at
Mm-hmm.
every point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, let me just ask you, how is it looking to you? What's the state of music right now?
First of all, I would like to say that many of the substances that are coming up today, I do not think that we can classify those as music.
Ooh.
I think if there's anything we should just use, let's just use the word sound.
Sounds.
Let's just use the word sounds. For like, I don't want to use the word that I want to use really. So because I don't want to sound condescending or
Mm,
derogatory in any way. So let me just call it
mm,
sounds. But that is not music. It- from the times that I got to fall in love with storytelling and musical writing,
huh,
if there's anything that has happened is that's why you see that things take time. We don't get to do things or just pour things out, and it is not the real deal. You like good things, good music can take you a period of time for you to finalize that, because
mm,
music is supposed to be an experience,
mm-hmm,
supposed to be a personal perspective of your story,
mm-hmm,
of anybody's story. But today, what do we just have?
mm-hmm,
Sounds.
mm-hmm,
And what are, like, if you guys have gotten to understand anything, sounds, they come, they go.
mm-hmm.
But music is the composition of sounds to be able to make what? Melodies.
Mm.
You
And
can
evoke emotion. I think
evoke
that's the part.
emotions.
That's the.
Exactly. That's the missing rib.
That's what's missing
That's
right
the
now.
missing rib.
That's
There's
what's
no
missing.
emotion in many of the sounds that are coming out today. You listen to something like, my brain doesn't even get to be in that realm of the spiritual and the
Mm,
physical. The center where you know that, ah, no, I'm in my feelings right
mm,
now. Ori Yung
mm-hmm,
Gbemilo, like the
mm-hmm.
song is taking me somewhere.
Whether
I
it makes you feel angry, whether it makes you feel in
something,
love, whether it makes you feel, do you get something?
something.
We're just hearing
We're
sounds
just hearing
today.
sounds. And you know what's
I'm
going
so
on?
tempted to give some sounds that are irritating me right
Like,
now,
bro,
but I feel like just shut up my mouth.
we're so overfed with sounds. Like, that's why they keep rewarming this pee. It's like warming a bar.
It should be whiskey that tell you people that anything where you drop, you know, go chop.
Like, and my thing
How do
is,
y'all feel about that?
he
As an
didn't,
audience, how do people feel?
like, if you guys
Were you
don't
people
know,
insulted? Because I was.
that's a dig. That's a huge sub. Like, he was literally saying that, wise in call, like any other thing that he gives, everybody
Nigga
go
don't even
chop.
have to give us substance.
Like,
No,
my
my
thing is, first of all, I don't, let me, yeah, for the sake of, we just started this podcast, I keep
we
quiet.
started by calling names. Okay, come on, beat me.
Do you understand? My thing is, if you don't like what I'm saying, ask yourself the question of, is this person saying the truth? or I'm just upset that it is this person that is saying it.
La, la. What the what are you guys listening to? I came from look, let me tell you why I'm upset. Let me just give me a minute, my love. Let me
Yeah.
tell them why I'm upset. I grew up on Michael Jackson.
Mm.
I grew up on Shadi.
Maria Carey.
I grew up on Mariah Carey. I
Hmm.
grew up on people that were singing music, and I I didn't have any relationship, but I was in a delusional land of being in a
Uh-uh.
relationship and being in love because of these people's lyrics. That's what
No.
I grew up listening
Hmm.
to. Let's even bring it back. Let's even bring it a little like closer. I grew up on Chris Brown.
2005, 2008,
I grew up listening
2010.
to Chris Brown. Grew up listening to
You
Beyonce.
see,
I
after
like.
2019, they had there was a shift. There was a huge, and this shift is not moving or evolving. It's more of
It's declining.
declining. It's more of
Like
going
lyrics
backwards,
used to matter,
bro.
but now
People
it's just let's just hear sounds that
people
just make us
just put
move.
anything together. They just spend 1 hour in the studio, just me back, 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 back,
So
and
the
they
it's so bad, baby, that if it almost feels like if you as an artist you have substance, like you have, it almost feels
yeah.
like, am I even going to blow? Because this is not what people want.
Do you know how
People
many?
don't want
Do you
to
guys
think.
know how many artists actually question themselves every night?
Yeah,
That am I actually good? Like by making sure that I get the best
yeah.
of knowing how to lyrically
Mm-hmm.
compose
Mm-hmm.
and sing,
Mm-hmm.
sing and write, right?
Mm-hmm.
But bro, we're
Like
just
nobody's trying
literally
to hear that.
just making noise.
So do we blame, are we blaming the artist or the audience? Because to me, it's like, who am I even mad at? Because I'm also mad at the audience that have decided that this is what I want to listen to. This is the rubbish I want to consume. Like we're okay with it.
It takes us back to the discussion we were having earlier about this generation actually being remote controlled by likes and views and popularity and fame and stuff like that,
Hmm.
whereby you guys see anybody that's famous for 1 2 years and you are not even able to intentionally scrutinize or analyze their music or what
Mm,
type of content are they feeding me, because anything you put into your ears, they have the ability to be able to control your mind.
mm,
So if you needed me to say that, I'm happy that I got to say that to you and
mm,
again, so you can know the power that music actually has and sounds actually have. This may be the reason why many people are unable to think very deeply because of
mm-hmm,
the things they listen to,
mm-hmm,
because your brain is not able to give you or feed you with
mm-hmm.
any other information than what you feed
Like
it with.
we're absorbing
Mediocre
lazy ass
shit.
frequencies. Like
Yes.
it
People are
is
on low vibration and they are
low
feeding you
vibration.
people. And we just keep taking it. See, my thing is, I already know that my journey is different. I know that the timing of my life, when I'm going to get to the top of the game, the upper echelon, it was going to take a while. I'm aware. But if there's anything, am I thankful for the journey? I'm very thankful for the journey, because you know why? One thing that's going to happen is that there's been a separation
Mm,
that has happened within my own mind
mm,
before even what the industry is saying.
mm-hmm.
So if you're an artist right now, we've been in this journey for at least 8 years. So
More.
if you're an artist right now and you have done 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it can happen for you tomorrow. I'm not saying it cannot. But if there's anything, the time that you still have on your hands right now, please use it to build yourself and your sound.
Please.
Know how to express your emotions.
Yes, please.
Know how to write properly.
Mm,
It is not that hard.
mm.
Just stop listening to the people you are listening to
Artist
and delve.
development is very important.
Very, very.
Don't just want to blow.
Like,
Mm-mm.
Wandiko will not be who Wandiko is today if Wandiko did not understand his sound. He has
Period.
not changed since 18 years ago,
Period.
bro. If there's anything, go and be like a Wandiko. You may
Okay,
not be on the
as we're
top
talking about
there.
the ones that are dishing out rubbish, let's talk about the let's
You
talk
may
about
not
the
be
good
like,
ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
you may not be on the top there, but when it comes to being on the top where music people that
And
actually
like
know
define
music.
at the top there, because to me
That's
he
what I'm
is at the
saying.
top there.
That's why I said when it
Yeah.
comes to people that actually know music,
Mm-hmm.
I will place Wandiko on the top. What are you saying? Show the
Yeah.
corny be Wandiko ni. Mama
Shh.
Sherry. Don't do that.
Share you see pass what they call
No.
Bele.
But give or take, you are more exceptional than who came before you.
Mm-hmm.
You can be more than the present person there today because every one of us, we are futuristic people.
Mm-hmm.
We are future versions of ourselves. So please, for those that are out there, because my thing is, let me tell you something. Whenever I say something, I don't just speak. I speak because I see things.
Mm.
And if I can get to say it, you see, most of the people that you see up there that are popping today,
Mm.
I can give you a statistic to come. Bro, in a matter of 2 years, they will not be there anymore. If they are even there, they will be struggling for it.
Mm.
Because you know why? When God gives you something,
Mm.
He opens your mind to become the best version of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
singer, writer, dancer, art, like painter, whatever you like, chef, whatever you put your hands into, photography, videography, whatever it is, bro. If there's somebody on the top right now that you think is the man, bro, take yourself deep into the history of that thing that you have your hands on. Go and learn it deeply and come back like a dawn. Bro,
Period.
build yourself like a dawn. See, nobody in the industry right now can tell me anything. Forget, I may not have
Same.
all the fame yet in the world, but if
Yeah.
there's anything, I know that I'm already famous, give or take. Because you are watching this video, you are being influenced by something I said. You are being influenced by a sound that I made. You are being influenced by something to be able to watch this. So give or take, you're seeing her here, she's influencing something. You've
Mm-hmm.
seen her do something, you've seen her say something, you've seen her showcase something. That is influence. The ability to make other people do something is influence. All this one that you're seeing here is sheepish movement. And you know one thing about sheepish movement? They always scatter. What happened to Malian movement? Where is it today? Nowhere to be found. So if I can say that, ask yourself a question, a deep question again. Am I lying? No, I'm not. It's a matter of time. Time will tell. Yeah.
And for the shallow people that are going to come in the comments and be like, ah, but they have we do not pride ourselves in the things that we're able to acquire.
Mm-mm.
We pride ourselves on the substance of our soul.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see, I don't give a fuck how many, what your car collection looks like.
Mm-hmm. Talk to them.
I don't care about the designer bags. Like I
Talk to
don't
them.
care. I would respect someone with $0 in their account,
Mm-hmm.
but with
Mm-hmm.
substance, than somebody with all the fleet of design of expensive cars
Mm-hmm.
and no substance. I don't care
Yeah.
how famous you are. I don't care who you know. I don't care who you like. All of that doesn't matter. We need
Nah.
to redefine what should matter.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like as a generation we need to do. Like
Yeah.
what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
We've glorified so many stupid things that should not matter. And
Bro.
we have gone so deep in it, so far in it that it's like, is there even a redemption? But I just feel like if as a collective we decide to think differently,
Yeah.
there might be redemption.
Like
So
there will be redemption.
yeah,
Let me just tell you.
yeah.
The real artists that have been grinding deeply, that the ones that have been in the darkest of rooms,
They're
they
coming.
are coming.
Yeah.
If you are part of
We're
them,
coming. Shit.
we are coming. If you are part of the people that have been building yourselves at least for the past 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
bro, don't think that that glory is not going to shine.
Mm.
It is music we're talking about here.
Mm.
Music comes with a timeline,
Mm.
and in the same timeline,
Mm.
it's a wave. And what does a wave do? A wave comes, a wave stays, or a wave
Mm.
goes. So you can decide how long you want your wave to be reading
Period.
by the walk that you're already doing today and not avoiding. For you to be a one take God, it's not an overnight pee, bro.
Mm.
Umashishede ben.
Mm-hmm.
You will take yourself to the abyss of knowledge when it
Mm.
comes to learning about music,
Mm-hmm.
understanding songwriting, and
Mm-hmm.
understanding how to channel emotions to other people. Because what's even the definition of music?
Mm.
It has two words. It is a universal language. You do not need to understand what that person is saying.
Yeah.
You don't need to know the whatever, like your
You
soul.
need to feel something.
Shout out to Mobad. I pray his soul is resting up in the heavens. If there was one line he said on the last songs that he ever released is music, you no need permission to what? To enter your spirit.
Mm.
Do you get? Anyhow, anyway, you will feel am.
Mm.
Do you get? So music speaks to the soul, pierces right through the body,
Mm.
goes through the soul into the mind, and you
Mm-hmm.
get to feel. The moment you can't feel anything from music, it is not musical.
Mm.
It is a sound,
Mm.
and it will pass.
Period.
Yeah,
Okay, baby, do you know what I just realized? We're recording this YouTube style.
yeah, we can
We
flip
can
it.
redo it?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have
okay.
anything else you want to talk about? 43
Yeah,
minutes? That's how long we've talked for.
yeah.
We've been talking for 43 minutes. Have you guys enjoyed all 43 minutes? If we're going to put 43 minutes in this whole video. Um, if you have enjoyed, I'm assuming this is going to go on YouTube. So follow Manny Loves Fairy on Instagram because we have so much to share with the world. And we feel like you should be part of it
Mm-hmm.
because we, like we just said in everything that we've said, we are the artists that actually have substance and we want y'all
Yeah,
to be a part of it
yeah.
and hear it and see it and feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Also subscribe to Diary of a Broken and Black Creative
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
because we are documenting our life's journey over there.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's not going to take anything from you to hit subscribe button and hit notification and get notified. Is
yeah.
you don't pay for it, it's free.
It's not gonna take you anything.
Don't be
Don't
too cool
don't
for school.
don't be that person that has
Yeah.
to wait for something to be popular that
Mm,
you can see that already has motion. Don't wait,
mm.
because you know one thing that happens, you're gonna be part of the so-called sheepish
Because
crowd.
now I'm finna act brand new
Do you
when and now
understand?
I'm already famous.
Do you get?
And now
So
you want to act like you've been there. No, no, you've
and
not been there. You can
and
be there now.
and please let me oblige you. Let me beg you.
Mm,
Don't be part of those people that will open your mouth and say that this person has changed. You expect me to be the same? No, people already even changed. Like this, I'm changed.
period.
So don't even think that when,
Why are people so afraid of change? Like,
like,
why is change not a
why do you
welcome
why do
thing?
you want us to be the same?
Why should I stay the same?
God
The
wants us
fuck?
to evolve. Evolution is a word. It means to constantly be what? To be ahead, to move forward. Ìwọ tó bá wà níbí you are in point A, èmi ti dé point D.
Period.
Sure you understand? From
It's a
point
daily
D, we'll still
metamorphosis,
move to
fam.
point M. So before we get to point Z, so don't expect me that you've known me from back in the day and I'm in point A and I'll still be in point A and you will
No,
still be there.
now
No.
that means you're an up. Why don't you want me to change?
And also,
You're
how
an
do I
up.
even benefit your life? By just being on the same spot. Of what importance are we being on the same spot? Please accept change, embrace change. If there's
Embrace
anything we have
change.
gotten to do, is that the way we are today is not the way we used to be. We've
Oh,
gotten to understand that change, very important,
very important.
very, very important, essential.
Very.
In fact, that's the word, essential.
Mm-hmm.
It's very essential.
We're finna have a whole other podcast
We are
about
coming.
us,
Mm-hmm.
like me and him, and where we came from, and how we got here to where
Mm-hmm.
we are today.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
It's not for this one.
So for now, I believe that we have come to the end of today's episode.
Mm,
I hope that we shot the shots and I hope that we broke the tables that were supposed to be broken.
mm-hmm.
Irrespective, this may not go mainstream. We don't care yet. The ones that will break mainstream is coming.
Period.
Gbogbo àwọn faves yín wọ́n máa gbà. Emma worry. Everybody go collect bullets.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. We ain't even
But
started yet. Don't
thank
worry.
you for being here. Stay tuned and God bless you.
God bless
Signing out,
you.
Manny Loves Firi.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe. Mm.